Hello students, welcome back to my channel ICSE Java Programmers. I am sorry for the delay, but from now onwards the videos will be continuous. Now without any delay, I will start with the new chapter number 8, nested loops or loops in programming. First of all, I have to give you a brief description of loops. In your syllabus, we will study two types of loops mainly: for loop and while loop. There are three loops: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. But we will use mostly for loop and while loop. In chapter 8, it is completely based on for and while loop. So let's have a brief description of the format. In the for loop, we have to use you have to use for, then start bracket, then initialization, then semicolon, then you have to put the condition, then updation. In some books it might have been written increment or decrement instead of updation. This is the format, and after this you will start the curly brackets, you will write whatever you want, and you will close it. This is the format for the for loop. And for the while loop, it's first of all initialization, then while bracket condition. After any for loop or while loop, you have to remember that after closing their brackets, you don't have to put semicolon, otherwise it will show error. We have to write the statements, and before closing the bracket of the while loop, you have to do the updation and all. Then close the curly brackets, and this is the format of the two loops. First loop is the for loop, and second loop is while loop. This is the format, and as you all know that it is a case sensitive subject language, so do remember that for and while, these both will be written in small letters. So let's start with the first question. It's here. You can read the question. In the first question, you have to just print the series. So for printing such series, look at the first series. It is 1, 4, 9, 16. For the first series, you can assume that it is the square of the numbers. You have to find a pattern in the questions, so you can take it as square of the numbers, and it is written first 10 terms. Write the program in Java to display the first 10 terms of the following series. So we have to do it. Let's see. 1 is the square of 1, 2 square 4, 3 square 9, and 4 square is 16. So we have to do it till by 10 square. You can see import java.util.asterisk and all, you already knew it. Now we come to the for loop part. It's that we have put it initialization. We have used a variable I. It is a common variable used. We used I. We initialized the value of I as 1, then semicolon. Then we put a condition that I less than or equal to 10, then semicolon, and then updation I plus plus. Inside the bracket it's s equal to I into I. S is an individual variable, so we have just used it to compute some calculations, and we have used system.out.print, not ln. We have used print here because we don't want to print in the next line. We have to print the series, so each number will be printed in the same line. Like you can try it once. I equal to 1, then it will not move forward, it will move down inside the loop. I equal to 1, s will be 1 into 1 1, s will be printed and then comma, then it will reach the bracket of closing bracket of the 4. So whenever it reaches, it will directly go to the updation part. Then updation part will be I++. In the I++ means increasing the value of I by 1. So I will be 2, then it will check the condition. Is I less than or equal to 10? Yes. 2 is less than or equal to 10. So it will give 2 inside. So 2 into 2, 4. 4 will be printed. Again it will go. Like this it will go 10 times. For the 10, when it will be 10, it will print 100. Then when it will be going again to the updation part, it will show 11. 11 less than or equal to 10. No, not possible. So it will directly come out of the loop and it will be closed and your program is completed. You can see the output of the program. It's the output 1, 4, 9, 16 squares of the numbers up to 100. Let's clear this or we will get confused next program also. You can see the next program. It's 1, 2, 4, 7, 11. You can see it is difference between 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 4 is 2, 4 and 7 is 3, and 7 and 11 is 4. So the difference is increasing. There are so many ways to do a single program. I have used here, I have run the program from 1 to 10 and S I have initialized as 1 and I have printed S. Then I have printed the value, I have just added the values of I in S and S is being changed again and again. Like I is 1, S is also 1. So S will be 2, it will go inside, I will be 2, S will be printed 2 and I will be 2, S is 2, 2 plus 2, 4. So next time S will be printed 4 and I will be 3. So 4 plus 3, 7. S will be 7 printed and I will be 4. So 7 is S and I is 4. It is 11. Like this the program will go on and you can see the output. It's 1, 2, 4, 7, 11, 16, 22, 29, 37, 46. It is the output. Let's get to the next one. It is the table of 3, you can see it. So I have just done it as 3 into I. I is 1 to 10 and it will be the output. You can see it, it's the output. Table of 3. Next you can see it is table of 4. Same, no need of output and all. Next is of 1.5. It is the table of 1.5. You can just do it simply. Next is different. It is cube minus 1. You can see cube of 1 is 1, cube of 2 is 8, minus 1 7, cube of 3 is 27 minus 1. Such type of patterns you have to get logically, you have to understand it on your own. You can see it, it's S equal to I into I minus 1. It will be the program logic for the program and the answers are 0, 7, 26, 63, 124 and so on. You can see in the next program it's you can see it is the squares, square of 1, square of 3, square of 5 and square of 7. You can see it as we have run the program from 1 to 20 and we have done changes in updation. In updation we have done it as I plus equal to 2. I plus equal to 2 means next time for the I we have increased the value by 2. So I will be 1, then 1 plus 2 3, plus 2 5, plus 2 7. So it will be the odd numbers. And the square of these numbers will be done in S and S will be printed. So you can see it as it is the output 1 9 25 49 and so on. It is the squares of the odd numbers. In the next one it is the squares of the even numbers. Square of 2 4 6 8. So let's see it. It's 2 4 6 8 square. And let's see the program logic. It is started from 2 and increment will be same as 2. So 2 2 2 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 and so on. S will be I into I and it will be printed. Next is 0 3 8 15. Try to think, it's very easy. Square minus 1. It's square of 1 minus 1, square of 2 minus 1, square of 3 minus 1, square of 4 minus 1. So we have done square minus 1. All these series are so easy. Next one also you can see it. It is square of the table of 5, like 5 10 15 20. You can see 5 5s are 25, 10 10s are 100, 15 square is 2 to 5 and 20 square is 400 and minus 1 we will get these output. So we have done it as started from 5, last will be 50 and increment will be 5. Instead of doing the table calculations we have done it in a very easier way. We have multiplied doing squares and then minus 1. Then we will close it and let's see the output. It's 24 19 24 399 etc. Let's get to the next one. It is also very simple. It is square plus 1, just a little bit difference. Square of the numbers plus 1, square of 1 plus 1, square of 2 plus 1, square of 3 plus 1, square of 4 plus 1. And now let's close this. And second program is write a program to input any 50 numbers including positive and negative. Perform the following task. Count and display the positive numbers, count and display the negative numbers, display the sum of positive numbers and display the sum of negative numbers. So first of all, initialization you can do by your own. It's very easy. There are some things like counters. You might have used it before, and in the increment or decrement, or I say it as a updation function, in the loops we are using it. You can see it as, first of all we have asked the user to enter 50 numbers and we have started the loop from 1 to 50 and getting entered the numbers. So the program will ask the user 50 times to enter the numbers. It will not ask actually, it will accept. If we would have written this line system.out.println enter any 50 numbers inside the loop, then it would have printed enter the 50 numbers, enter 50 numbers 50 times. But as it is outside and the input is in inside, so it will just accept the numbers again and again 50 times, but will not ask. The message will be printed only once. And the conditions are positive and negative. So we have done, if the number is positive, then counter 1 will be plus plus, counter 1 we have declared as 0, and S1 will be used for positive. So S1 equal to S1 plus A if it is positive. If it is negative, then C2 plus plus, and we have used mat.abs. Mat.abs we have used because it will give the absolute value. In negative we will sum it, so it will create problem for us as the answer will be different. But as we have to get the sum of the negative numbers, so we have used mat.abs. And I think I have done something wrong. It's that I have to close this here, because if I will not close this, then it will print again and again the values. Now it will print only the output at the time when all 50 numbers will be entered. It will print the count of the positive, negative, positive sum, and negative sum it will be printing. Let's close this. Let's try it. We will use 5. It will be enough to show a sample example. Let's run it. It is asking enter any 50 numbers, but it will take only 5 numbers as we have changed. We are typing it as 5, 8, -7, -9, and -8. So the positive is 2 numbers, negative count is 3, positive sum is 8 plus 5 17, and negative is 9 plus 8 plus 7 it's 25. It's the simple program. You just have to create logics and all. Java programming is so easy. Now you can see the third program. It is also a very simple one and not big logic. It's write a program to calculate and display the sum of all odd numbers and even numbers between a range of numbers from m and n, both inclusive. M is less than n. You can take it as I. M and n will be entered by the user, so enter the range. I have done one mistake. It's m less than n. Then we have run the loop from m to n. The last will be n, as m is smaller, so n is the greatest, so it is the range. And for even and odd, we have used the modulus 2 function to check whether the number is even. If it is even, then it will be divided by 2 and the remainder will be 0. If it is not even, then there will be some remainder. So we have done it as if the remainder is 0, then S1 will be plusing, and if remainder is not 0, so else part, S2 will be plusing the number. And sum of even numbers and sum of odd number is printed, S1 and S2, and it's done. Let's do one thing. Try this one. M and n, we will put the range as 1 and 10. So between 1 and 10 there are even numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the sum will be 30 and the sum of odd will be 25. You can calculate it. As it is a smaller range, you can calculate it. Now let's get to the next one. It is to write a program to enter any 50 numbers and check whether they are divisible by 5 or not. So let's do this first. Enter any 50 numbers, loop. Inside the loop we have getting numbers. If it is divisible by 5, then we have to what to do? Display all the numbers ending with the digit 5 and count and display the numbers ending with 0. So we have written there system.println number divisible by 5, and if, just remember one thing in this chapter, it will be very useful. Modulus will be giving remainder and division sign will be giving question. So you can take it as modulus 10. Modulus 10 will give the last digit of any of the number. If your any of the number last digit you have to find out, it will be done taken out by the help of modulus 10. So a modulus 10, if a modulus 10 equal 5, then we have to print the number. Number ends with 5. Okay. If else, if it is not 5, as it is modulus 5, so it means it will be divisible 5. And the numbers which are divisible by 5 are only those numbers which are ending with 0 and 5. So we have assumed that if it is not 5, then it will be 0. No other option. So we have printed the number ending with 0, and C++ is for counter that how many numbers are ending with 0. Then we have closed else, and then this if part completely. And then if number is not divisible by 5, then we have printed not divisible by 5. And then loop is closed, and then at the last, as counter part we cannot print again and again, so it will be printed at the last as system.out.println count of numbers ending with 0 equals to C. It will be printed. Let's close this. And any 50 numbers, it will take a lot of time. Close this. Let's do some changes. We will do 5. Let's change this also this time. And any 5 numbers, so 5, 4, 9. Okay, then 5, number divisible by 5, number ends with 5. 4 not divisible by 5, 9 not divisible by 5. Now 205, number divisible by 5, number ends with 5. And 500, number divisible by 5, number ends with 0. And count of numbers ending with 0 is 1. Let me show you this once more. For the counterpart I am showing it. Look, it is 5, 9, 10, 20, 40. 10, 20, 40, 3 numbers are ending with 0, so the counter will be 3. 40 also ending with 0, 20 and 10. 9 not divisible, 5 divisible and ending with 5. It's completed. Let's move to the next one. I'm just doing it very fastly as it was already a huge delay, and in the previous concept of my teaching it took too much time. So I'm just explaining the programs. I've prepared all the programs previously and I'm explaining it too fast. You can copy down these programs if you want. And if you would find any error, you can email me. I will put my email ID on the description box. Next program is write a program to display all the numbers between m and n input from the keyboard. Check and display the numbers that are perfect square. A number is said to be a perfect square if its square root is an integer number. If its square root is an integer number. So what we have done is, you can take it as the example as 25. The square root of 25 will be 5. It is an integer, so 25 is a perfect square. And you can take 5. The square root of 5 will be 2.25 something. So it is not a perfect square as it is in decimals. So it is a double type variable. Value. So it is not a perfect square. So for this, what we have done, enter the value of m and n. Loop has been started. from m to n, we have put it here int because mat.sqrt is a double type function. Mat.sqrt always returns the value double type. So mat.sqrt I square root of I, then it will be converted into integer form. Suppose the m is 6, so the square root of 6 will be whatever it will be converted into the integer part, and then we will multiply it again. Like for the example I've given 5, it is 2.25 something, so it will be turned as 2, and 2 into 2 is 4, and we have checked this as if I would be 5 equal 4. It is not possible, so it will not do anything. It will go here to the end of the for loop, and it will go to the updation part. I will be changed, and if it is equal, so it will print the value of I. Let's close this. Next program, you can run the programs. All the programs will be working fine. Next program is of a buzz number. A buzz number is a number which ends with 7 or is divisible by 7. In all the questions of Java programming, you have to remember for the questions language, as it is asking what it is asking. Sometimes it's written and sometimes it's written or. You have to do it very carefully. For or, you have to use or. Like in this P and Q is the range. We have written bus numbers are. These are just the statements to make the program more comfortable for the user. Then we have started if I modulus 7 equal 0, means if I is divisible by 7, or we have put it or sign, and then I modulus 10, or it is last digit is 7, it will be printed. Else they have not asked that whether the number is buzz number or not, so we have to print only the buzz numbers ranging between P and Q. So we have done only the part asked in the question, not anything extra. Let's close this. Let's move to the next question. We have to get the marks of 40 students of English, Maths and Science, and we have to do 2 counts. First count will be the aggregate of the percentage, as each student has scored 95% in the aggregate, means total average. So we have calculated the average, and if it is greater than or equal to 95, C1 counter will be plus, and the next condition is individual subjects. So we have done if A is greater than or equal to 90, and B is greater than or equal to 90, and C is greater than or equal to 90. We have used and, not or. In all the subjects, it must be greater than or equal to 90. So we have done C2 counter plus, and outside the loop we have printed in the given format and required data. Let's move to the next one. It's again the series, this time not printing the series but the sum of the series. So let's see this. It is write a program in Java to find and display the sum of the series. According to the program, it is, you can know the series, it is 149 and last is 400. It means squares of the numbers, square of 1, 2, 3 and last will be 20. So the range is 1 to 20. So loop will be starting from 1 and last will be 20. And we have used S initial value will be 0 for using the variable 2 times in an single arithmetic operation, you have to first initialize its value. If you will not initialize it, then you can see it is showing the error. Variable s might not have been initialized, and if we will initialize it, then it will not show any error. As per the required condition, you have to initialize its value. Currently we are initializing it 0 as per our requirement, so it will be again and again increasing the value of s only with the value of I square, and the sum will be printed outside the loop, as the sum has to be printed once for the whole program. Let's move to the next one. It is in decimals, so I have used double. It is 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 3 and up to 1 upon 20. So we have done it as s plus equal s plus bracket. In bracket we have written 1.0 upon I. If we will use 1.0, then it will give answer with perfection, as sometimes in some operating systems it does not give the answers with perfection. Due to this, if some students would not use this 1.0, and 1.0 is not a big deal. It is like the examiner can examine that the writer of the answer has the basic knowledge of programming and is eventually capable of doing all the programs with full concentration. And these small minute things only will attract the examiner's attention to your answer sheets. So please do try to put such small things in your answer sheet. Now let's, without any delay, move to the next one. We will do it very fastly. The next one is it is 1 upon odd numbers. So we have done it 20. For odd numbers we have done already I plus equal to 2 and 1.0 upon I. It's same, else everything will be same. Now let's next one. It is 1 upon even numbers. No. Next is somewhat different. It is, you can try it as I upon I plus 1, like 1 upon 1 plus 1, 2 upon 2 plus 1, 3 upon 3 plus 1, like this. So it will be run as 1 to 19, and the output will s will be I upon I plus 1. You can write it as 1.0. Next one is table of 2, but whenever 2 is multiplied with an even number, it has been subtracted, otherwise it has been added. Okay, like 2 is added into 1, 2 is multiplied by 1, 2 is multiplied by 2, which is an even number, so it is minus 4. 2 is multiplied by 3, so it is odd, plus 6. 2 is multiplied by 4, even number, so it is minus 8. So what we have done is, it has to be up to 20, so 2 times are 20, so the range will be 10. We have, for the table, it is p equal to 2 into I. P will be the table working as the table of 2, and if I modulus 2 equal 0, if I is an odd even number, then sum will, in the value of sum, it will be as a negative sign, else if it is odd, then it will be positive, and at the last sum will be printed. Let's move to the next one. It's I into I plus 1. In the D part we have done I upon I plus 1. In this, I into I plus 1. But there is one condition. You have to use 2 variables for this one. We have run the program from 1 to 19, and P has been used for the multiplication part and S has been used for the sum part, like I into I plus 1, and then adding its value again and again to S to get the sum of the series. Now, as most of the series have been completed, let's move to a question. It is write a program to input a number and count the number of digits. It is a while loop program. Further checks whether the number contains odd number of digits or even number of digits and display the output accordingly. So you have to see it as get a number entered in dot nextend and initialization. While loop, you have remembered the format. It's initialization, condition, and then updation at the last. Its I value is changed. So you would have remember I have told for calculating for extracting out a digit from a number, you have to do modulus 10, and to remove any last digit you have to do division 10, because if you will divide it by 10, the remainder will be whatever it will be, but it will show only the question part. Suppose it is 823, so if you will divide it by 10, it will be 82 and will be the question, and 3 will be the remainder. So during using the division operator, it will not consider the remainder part, it will show only the question part. So you can assume it, you can use this one to again and again decreasing the digits of the number. So first of all, we have initialized I equal to a, and then we have put it condition while I is greater than 0, that we have to do all the things until I is greater than 0. And next will be I equal to I divided by 10. I will be changed. And outside the loop, C++ is for counters, to count how many times the program runs. How many times, the number of times the program will run will be the number of digits the number is having. So it is the number of digits are printed, and if it is divided by 2, modulus 2 is equal to 0, even count, else odd count. Let's close this and see the output once. Enter any number. Let's use the number given in the book, 749. Its number of digit is 3 and the odd count. You can write it as per the book. I have done it in my own way. Let's do 2 more questions in this part, and else will be in the second part. So program 10 is write a program to input a number and display the new number after reversing the digits of the original number. The program also displays the absolute difference between the original number and the reversed number. For reversing the number, it means you have to use, I have used here a variable r, which has been initialized as 0, and r has been multiplied by 10, and the digit extracted from the last of the number has been added to it, so that again and again, one by one, like it is 491. So for 491 if we will do 491 modulus 10, the last digit will be 1 will be extracted out, and r into 10 means 0 into 10, 0 plus 1 will be the value of r. Next time I will be decreased, 491 from 491 it will be 49 will be left. So we will use 49 greater than 0. 49 modulus 10 will be 9. R has been changed to 1, so r will be 1 into 10 plus 9 will be added to it, so it will r will be 9, and I will be 49 divided by 10, it will be 4, so 4 will go up 4 greater than 0? Yes. So 4 modulus 10 will be 4 as the remainder. So it is 19. Our value was 19. 19 into 10, 190 plus 4, it will be 194. So our value is 194. I will be 4 divided by 10, it will be 0. It will only give the remainder 4 and question will be 0. So it will come out and R will be 194. And that for the difference, absolute difference, I have used mat.abs a minus R and printed the numbers. Let's see the output. It's we have input the number 194. The reversed number is 491 and absolute difference is 297. Let's do one more thing, one more time, one last question for this part. It is the greatest common divisor. In some schools, it is taught as usually HCF, highest common factor. HCF and GCD are same. Do remember it. Greatest common divisor of the two integers is calculated by the continued division method. Divide the larger number by the smaller. The remainder then divides the previous divisor. Process repeats until the remainder reaches 0. The last divisor results in GCD. In this program, you can see we have used two numbers and a variable t, and we have put it a condition. Then if a is greater than by b, if the first number is greater than by b, then the condition will be this. And if the b is greater than by a, it means else part, then the condition will be changed. We have to do a modulus b not equal to 0. It is written in the question, you can see as divide the larger number by the smaller number. We have divided a by b. The remainder then divides the previous divisor. T will receive the remainder. We have changed the value of a and we have changed the value of b. So b will be the remainder. We have transferred the remainder value in b and divisor was b. So divisor value is transferred into a. So it will be a modulus b again. It means divisor modulus remainder. As per the question, we have done it. You can do by heart this statement too, but as it is written in the question, we have done it, and it is the logic for finding out the GCD of a number, of two numbers. And as you can see, we have printed the value of b, and in this we have printed the value of a, because the last divisor or the last remainder will be the answer. As it is written, the last divisor results in GCD. So the last divisor is a. As the divisor is always in the else part, it was b modulus a, so divisor will be a, and for the if part, a modulus b, so divisor will be b. So it is the divisor. So let's close this and let's run this once. It is 45 and 20. GCD is 5. Let me show you with for the else part. It is first of all smaller number, then bigger number. GCD is 5. Answer will be same. Actually, we have not put the condition for asking whether a will be greater than b, so we have done both. It's the end of the part 1 of chapter 8. Now let's go through this. You just have to go through all these programs and try the further programs. After trying the further programs, whichever you would feel difficult, you can match it from the next part 2 of chapter 8. It will be uploaded around within 2-3 more days of the uploading of this video. So don't worry, I will be continuously uploading these book questions again and again now. So thank you very much for the attention and best of luck for your exams and all. Thank you.